Well, before we bring Brian up here, I'd like to do a quick 3 minutes. I've already... Oh, I'm sorry, Chad. Chad, we thought maybe you should close the show since you're such an institutional feature here. I mean, I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
Just bring them up, Francis. You've already had your 3 minutes.
Oh, now look at this. Another country heard it from. All right. Well, 1.5 minutes already gone. Let's just go. Dun, 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 dun. I was thinking, you know, they have these theories that if you gave an infinity of chimps an infinity of time, these chimps would type the entire works of William Shakespeare. Well, I think that this is possible because anything's possible when you're dealing with infinite numbers. But what if you had a slightly less than infinite amount of chimps? Would they sort of make little mistakes? Like, there are more things in heaven and earth that are dreamed of in your philosophy, Simba. Alas, poor Chiquita, I knew him well. Or, gee, I don't know. Get thee to a petting zoo, Ophelia. Or, to be or not to be, or to swing from a tree. That is the question. You know, it could be worse, you know, this whole situation. It could be far worse. We could be in Nebraska. You know, in Nebraska, that the mentally impaired and convicted felons have the right to bear arms. Just the kind of place I want to hang out in parking lots of. Downtown, what's the capital of Nebraska? Is anybody here handy with the capital? Lincoln. All right, so here I am in downtown Lincoln with a Derringer in my boot, you know, and some guy comes up to me and says, "Should I kill you?" I don't know. Before I go, I'd like to say a word about an organization I belong to. In a paradoxical way, I'm both ashamed and proud to rely on the help of social service agencies to rid me of my inner demons. Well, I had this problem. I have to admit, I had this problem. I would go to work, communion wine on my breath, reeking of incense. I would have 3-hour prayer breaks. My Catholicism was getting out of hand, so I joined the Catholics Anonymous, and I took the 10-point pledge. I am a Catholic. I do not believe in the power of a supreme being to order my life. Well, before too long, I drifted out of Catholicism and I started a whole new life for myself. But then I found myself reading the horoscope in the daily paper. I found myself throwing the tarot for the most trivial of things that I had to have done. I began to worship the stain on Gorbachev's head. Before long, I was offering up blood sacrifice to Satan. So I joined Satanists Anonymous, and I took the 10-point pledge. We do not believe in the power of a horned devil to cause universal mischief and chaos. And now I'm back where I started, because I'm my own worst enemy. I am. I have the 5-foot shelf of self-hurt books. How to be your own worst enemy, how to lose friends and intimidate people. Francis Domino, this is the face of the enemy, you know, all that stuff. But the thing is, I never published these manuscripts. In fact, I burned them because I'm my own worst enemy. I wake myself up at midnight with a pre-recorded telephone call which says, "We are holding you down at the old warehouse. If you're not there by 3 a.m., something terrible will happen to you." And just to spite myself, I don't show up. Because I'm my own worst enemy. Well, you've all been a lovely audience. I'm so drained and affect at this point, I can't even put together coherent sentences. But I think I can pull myself together just long enough to introduce our next guest, whose name is the one, the only, the inimitable, the fantastic, the phantasmagorical, and all them other broody things. Brian.
Today. Beggars can't be choosers, just sit down and play.
Yeah. I'm going to do a couple originals. A little social commentary. And the first one is called White Awakening. When I woke up the other day, I started looking at things in a different way. Saw the sun and was happy for it. Inside my heart I felt a little piece of it. As I learned how to be, I said later you know what it's like to be free. Love love's all around, to the sky and it's in the ground. Love love's all around, but once it's got you are forever bound. Saw a rabbit hopping right by me. I said, hey rabbit, are you as happy as me? Saw the trees rustling in the cold wind. To me it sounded like the greatest church hymn. Saw the birds flying from tree to tree. I said, hey birdie, you know what it's like to be free. Love love's all around, it's in the signs and it's in the sounds. Love love's all around, but once it's got you are forever bound. But at the end of that day, I had a dream that drove that happiness away. I dreamed of death and how all things must die. Then I woke to the sound of a baby crying. Realized that without death there is no life, and without darkness there can be no sunrise. Love love's all around, it's in the woods and it's in